Let's take the closest possible translation without poetry and take a look at it. Fire rained on earth. People were consumed by their greed and reached out to the forbidden sun. Enslaved people. They prayed, and the sun god appeared. The earth. God was enraged. Along with the serpent of karmic fire, the world was engulfed in destruction and darkness. They will never meet again. Here, as we can understand, we are being told about a distant, forgotten past, Actions Qatar, which happened many thousands of years ago. Here, we are told that there was a certain civilization that reached its limit. Here, there are still parallels with our world as civilizations come and go, and specifically, this part of the era coincided with the very harshest and most advanced civilization of those years. Naturally, as is typical for humans, struggles for resources began, which we can also see in this picture, and this led to total collapse, after which, as usual, the oppressed had to ask for help from above again. But this time, the Almighty responded and descended through the ancient legends that we are unlikely to witness. Not like in anime, not even in manga. In the future, it's unlikely that the events of that first era, which was several thousand years ago, will be revealed. The most we can expect is probably a couple of frames on one page. So, the story goes that the sun god came out for the people, while the earth god absolutely disliked what the population was doing, and he began to oppose the sun god. Two opposing ideologies clashed. But, as we will understand further, these were the two most fierce and primordial deities on the planet. In this message, if we look at the closest reference, one can understand that we are not talking about any specific serpent, like this one, for example, the earth god who is depicted as something resembling a snake. No, here it all describes the flame of discord metaphorically. No matter how beautifully it's described in verses on Mangalev, it still means something a bit different. Here, you've already figured it out, and probably there's no need to explain further. And of course, at the end of this message, where we clearly see that they will no longer meet, this is surely explained to us by that the two gods definitely died as a result of this battle.
I sincerely hope that in the end of One Piece there won't be any resurrections of ancient gods.
One of the most interesting observations about the ancient fresco is that perhaps, after the death of the earth god, his massive body turned to stone and since then it has formed red. Line. I once assumed that red. The line was created by the earth god himself, but now we can go even further and think that the mountain itself is the remains of an ancient deity. The sun god, on the other hand, may have been reborn into something resembling the flame of a mother, which later became the source of energy for all the inhabitants. Those very ones that the god, who descended from the heavens, tried to protect. Here, there might be parallels with Prometheus and his fire, which was given to people, and that very sacrifice related to the subsequent legacy.